Welcome, everybody. This is AIRTEL Edge. I'm your host, Priscilla, and here we're going to talk about everything Airtel Business. With me today, I have Simon from Airtel Business, and I would love him to introduce himself and just to tell us who he is and what he does in Airtel Business.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Simon Akuguzibwe. I'm from the Airtel Business Department. I handle pricing and marketing, and I'm passionate about marketing and technology. That's why I've been very, very lucky to have the opportunity to work in Airtel Business because we handle businesses, enterprises. There's a variety of technologies and solutions we offer to the market, and I'm glad to be here.
We're honored to have you, Simon.
Yes, thank you.
So before we delve into it today, we're going to break the ice a bit. So we're going to have an icebreaker.
Yes.
And so the question is, we've called it corporate confessions.
Corporate confessions.
Yes. So just you could tell us a funny story, a confession that has happened during your work time at work.
Okay. There's this one time, I think, in around 2014, we had launched one data bundle that by then we were promoting it over 3G. Yeah. And I was so excited, and they were doing a round of interviews. And I remember I visited Galaxy FM, then Capital. So after the Capital session, I remember the interview went well. Then they asked me, do you have something final to say? And I was done. I went to office feeling good about myself. And then my colleagues were like, on the final question, you said to the viewers. And yet we were on radio.
Yeah, they're listening.
Anyway, we learn from mistakes.
We really do.
Yeah, so that's one, but you learn.
That's really funny.
Yes.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Simon. So maybe you can tell us, what is Airtel Business and what does Airtel Business offer to the people?
Okay, now, first and foremost, Airtel Business falls under Airtel Uganda, the main brand.
Yes.
And I guarantee the majority of the audience, the market, understands Airtel for only mass market solutions, consumer products like the data bundles, the voice bundles, and then there is the Airtel Money side.
Yeah.
But Airtel Business specifically handles businesses the way you hear. Our solutions are tailored towards businesses like small and medium businesses.
Yeah.
We have the typical corporate traditional organizations in various sectors: finance, manufacturing, entertainment, leisure, tourism. Then we also have government as one of the key focus segments. So you can think of it like a B2B kind of arrangement.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're growing fast. We are building our brand, and the market will soon know who we are.
I love that.
Yes.
I was going to ask you what B2B is because I think somebody else is wondering what's B2B.
Okay. Typically, when you focus on the mass market, that is business. Now, business is the organization, in this case, Airtel.
Yes.
Business to consumer is like business to individuals. So when Airtel says we have 16 million subscribers, so that is B to 16C customers. Now, in B2B, this is Airtel, but to businesses.
Okay.
So Airtel selling solutions to businesses through Airtel Business.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah.
What cutting-edge technologies is Airtel Business leveraging to drive innovation in Uganda's ICT sector, including fiber internet, 4G and 5G?
Yes. First and foremost, the most important thing for our customers is to provide availability and coverage.
Yeah.
So much as we have 4G, 5G, and fiber, how do we differentiate ourselves from our competitors? One is to build scale. The first thing to do is provide scale, provide availability, and with scale, you make it affordable. Yeah. So now that you've provided the infrastructure, 4 and 5G, which are for mobile, for customers who are on the move or need a wireless solution, which is feasible for them, providing high speed. Then you have customers whose needs are for security, and fiber provides that compared to wireless. There's no interference as well. So these are mainly for infrastructure access. Then you provide the internet to them on top, because those are just access platforms. We provide internet at an affordable rate.
Yeah.
But you'll find that most of our target audience businesses have several applications they now run in the internet. Some are doing e-commerce. There are those who are doing video conferencing. There are those who are doing e-business, virtualization of their systems, and cloud. So those other layers on top, like cloud security, are what we are providing on top to give them value compared to just simply saying buy X amount of internet at this price over fiber. No. And so that's what we are actually endeavoring to achieve for our clients.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
How is Airtel Business utilizing fiber internet to enhance connectivity and speed for its customers?
Yes. Now, before we go to the how, it's important to ask the why.
Okay.
Because typically when you think of Airtel or any other provider, the thing that first comes to mind is wireless. Okay?
Yeah.
Wireless technologies like GSM, 3G, 4G, and all. But if you observe that these wireless technologies have limitations, first and foremost, the frequency we pay for is expensive. So the more frequency spectrum you pay from the regulator to expand, because we are growing, our customer base is growing, customer demand is growing. So spectrum is expensive. On top of that, interference. One thing I would like you to realize, if you notice the skyline, for example, in Kampala, buildings are coming up every other day. So what this tends to do is that when you have multiple buildings, it creates interference. So people's experience, they'll say, oh, I'm in a basement or I'm on the ground floor with my shop, I don't have clear network. So, and then the other is signal interference. A lot of signal interference because there are multiple ISPs and providers in the market, all providing services. And sometimes this causes interference. But so what fiber does is fiber, first and foremost, it does not rely on paying any frequency. It's just a matter of setting it up, yes. And the amount of capacity you can carry over fiber is more than what you can carry over wireless. So in the long term, fiber is a better investment. So what we are doing right now is we are scaling up our fiber footprint, not only in Kampala, but to other areas, other regions. And what fiber does, it's on top of that, it is secure. You know, it's secure and it is easily scalable for the end users. And that's what we are aiming to do, because we want to guarantee a very good experience for customers, better speeds, secure connectivity, and to give them that comfort that, look, especially for large organizations, that we're not connecting you wirelessly where you can worry about being hacked, but we can connect you using the fiber network as well.
Which I think is a better option for big companies.
Yes, it's a better option in the long run, yes.
Yeah. What role does cloud computing play in Airtel's business service offerings, and how is fiber internet supporting them?
Okay. Now, before we go into cloud computing, you need to first understand, where are we coming from? Where is the industry going? And all these solutions are to cater to a customer need. Now, look at a typical organization. And remember, we're in an age where organizations are scaling down on spending. They are trying to optimize costs. So in the past, you'll find an organization had computers. They still do, desktops, PCs. They have servers and all those systems. Then they have IT personnel managing that. And those are cost overheads. But now new technology has shown that with cloud, you don't need to have all these elements. You don't need to invest in this hardware at your premises. With cloud, this has been centralized in data centers. So all you need as a customer is a wireless connection or a fiber connection, an internet connection to a cloud. So you may have a cloud provider like Airtel. It can be a provider like Amazon. It could be Microsoft. So what happens as Airtel, being a carrier, providing connectivity, we come to a customer and say, look, we are connecting your business. We are providing you internet. And we are providing you connection to the cloud, whereby all the information that you could have hosted at your premises is in the cloud. So that's the convenience we provide. And the beauty with cloud is that element of computing. What do I mean by computing? Organizations rely on processing capacity to do business, to run reports, to do a lot of analytics. So investing in those offsite is no longer scalable. They prefer to rent. It's like I'm renting computer processing power, hence the computing element. So simply giving me a connection, I can connect to the cloud. And also the element of security and the convenience that, look, just imagine, remember the days when someone would say, I have to work on Sunday, but I have to go to office to access the system and I work. But with the convenience of cloud is you can access it from anywhere. So that is what Airtel Business, as one of the key providers in the market is promising to its customers.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
So, how does Airtel Business tailor its fiber internet, 4G and 5G solutions to meet the unique needs of different industries?
Okay, now, yes, these technologies, now when it comes to B2B, typically, in B2C with mass market, you're more of like, you're providing solutions, but with almost a one size fits all.
Okay.
You know, for example, in consumer, you buy a bundle at X amount, many people. But when you come to B2B, these business needs are different. You have an SME. An SME, first of all, works on a particular kind of budget because cash
True.
flows for them, if without money for even 3 months, you're out.
Yeah.
So we give you fiber connectivity, but we provide solutions like Extreme. Extreme is our value proposition for like an SME. This is internet they can afford from as low as 130,000 for just 10 Mbps.
That's the extreme Wi-Fi.
Extreme Wi-Fi, correct. Up to around 350,000 for 60 Mbps.
Yes.
Then go to the corporate. Still you're providing fiber, but the corporate is not looking for 10 Mbps, 60 Mbps on best effort. They need dedicated high speed. So the same fiber network is providing now what we call, typically we call it corporate or dedicated internet, which is secure, dedicated capacity. So you find organizations, some taking 100 Mbps, 150 Mbps, 200 Mbps, because you'll see that organization has over 300 employees, 500. I would give an example, a bank.
Yeah.
A bank has the branches, the tellers, the ATM machines, and all these things. The kind of internet they need is very huge. So you have what we call the corporate internet. Then come to the government on the other hand as well, and all the wholesale space. These are entities that buy 1 Gbps, 2 Gbps up and above.
Wow.
Selling wholesale, or even resellers who come to us. So you're talking wholesale and bulk, but over fiber. So you can see the same technology, but
It is tailored to different.
Yes. Then when you come to 4G and 5G, these are wireless. Now, areas where we don't have fiber yet, but the customer needs high speed, you'll find that 3G is no longer, even 4G now. 4G has reached where people are like, we need more. So 4G and 5G cater to areas where fiber is not yet deployed, but we can give you still a high-speed connection. And it's also ideal for remote areas. There are areas whereby the return on investment on putting fiber doesn't make sense. For example, if you're in a village or in a small town, the return on investment doesn't make sense to put fiber. So put wireless, and when that market grows to a certain point where you're like, okay, we believe we have substantial customers in that place, then you can deploy fiber.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
What common pain points do customers face, and how does Airtel Business address them with its fiber internet and mobile solutions?
Yeah. So typical pain points come first and foremost from what is the expectation as a customer. If you have a certain expectation, but it is not met, it becomes a pain point. What do I mean? In the B2B sector, every business, remember, time is money.
Yeah.
So whatever they need, because the solutions we provide them are to help them run their own businesses. So some of the pain points could be, let's say, network outages. Recently, we had a fiber cut in the ocean, but people were affected. So a network outage is a pain point because that means the bank is off. The SME who runs his online business is off. Okay? So an outage. Or let's say if the internet is not stable. This other pain point is turnaround time. Those are typical the solutions that customers face. If he says, okay, look, my expectation is to have an issue resolved maybe in 2 hours or 10 minutes. If it is not resolved on time, it becomes a pain point, Yes, so beyond simply just giving you a price and a benefit, the turnaround time, then also another thing is clarity. What do I mean by clarity? Understanding your bill. You've signed up for a service. But if you don't understand the bill, it becomes a pain point. It feels like an inconvenience. So understanding, okay, you have been contracted to this service. You owe Airtel X amount if it's postpaid. So if you don't understand the bill, you may think it's a pain point until someone clarifies it for you. So those are some of the examples. And as Airtel Business, we've made great strides in addressing such elements.
Okay, good. How does Airtel Business ensure the security and privacy of customer data transmitted over fiber internet, 4G and 5G networks?
Yes. Yeah, security is important now because we live in an age whereby for every opportunity, positive opportunity that these technologies bring and services, they are also the downside. One of them is fraud, identity theft, con men, hacking, malware, information, intellectual property protection, and information being stolen. So when a customer comes to Airtel and say, okay, you guys are providing the infra to me and the connection,
Yeah.
is my information guaranteed? Yes. And we have solutions to address that. Take case in point, we have what we call the leased line, dedicated leased line kind of solution. This is ideal for top, mid-level SME and corporate, and these are secure connections. What does this mean? That when we give you a leased line connection, your information is guaranteed security, and the only person who can create exposure is the customer. So we give you let me think of it as a dedicated tunnel, saying the only person allowed entrance is you, the client. So you also have to have security at your endpoints from your premises to our systems, but we guarantee you secure connection. Then we also have taken it another level in terms of providing solutions like Cisco Umbrella Security. Cisco Umbrella Security even helps the end user now have an administrative ability to log in and even limit what even the employees can access. The organizations whereby social media is not allowed. No, so such things. So we give you Cisco Umbrella Security. We've partnered with Microsoft. We sell Microsoft 365 solutions, and it comes with proprietary Microsoft security. But on top of that, we continue to educate customers as to how they manage their own security at their endpoints. What do we mean? For example, like on 3G, 4G, 5G, protect your PIN. You can use your Airtel Money PIN on My Airtel app. Protect your PIN. Don't have a Wi-Fi connection and you leave it open. Keep changing your password. Do not share your details in public domains. Keep them secure as well. So we also continue to educate them on how to also practice secure way of work life for them.
Okay.
Lease line.
Leased line.
Yes.
And Cisco Umbrella Security.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, measures are in place. One is we provide, like I'd mentioned, solutions like the Cisco Umbrella Security, the leased line connection, but also one is we have contractual agreements. When you have contractual agreements with service level agreements, it means you're also giving the customer confidence in writing that we are here to cater for the integrity of your information.
Yes.
And we continue to educate. But on top of that, what is the way forward in terms of where is the direction of the services we offer? And this is now where we're going into solutions like network as a service, software as a service, NAS, platform as a service. So many solutions in the pipeline. And all these have come with secure cloud security that is well encrypted and very robust, and clients don't need to worry about risk of information.
Okay, that's good. At least now we know that customers' data is going to be secure and it's private.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we're going to talk about customer support and service excellence. How does Airtel Business provide support for fiber internet, 4G and 5G customers, ensuring seamless connectivity and minimal downtime?
Yes. First and foremost, I acknowledge the immense work and effort put in by our account management team, because in the B2B, one of the selling channels, one of the direct channels that engage direct with customers are the account managers, the SME account managers, the corporate account managers.
Yeah.
So that's one of our primary channels. They engage directly with customers and they get feedback directly from customers. So they can aggregate feedback saying maybe the price is too high, or maybe the services need to be improved, or the turnaround time. They give us feedback in real time because they engage directly with customers. They visit customers.
Yeah.
They do account development with these customers. And that is one layer. The other channel we have is in the support side. From the customer service side, we have relationship managers. So For an account manager who does the selling, then you also have a relationship manager who also engages for after sales support. Are you happy? Are your bills clear? Everything happening on time? That is just from the direct. Then also there is my layer as well as marketing and pricing to come into are the solutions you have, okay, where you need customization, what are the needs. Then we have the other channels, like we have a dedicated helpline. If you call 125, yes, and you're one of our customers, we have that channel as well. We have the e-channel as well. We have a new solution, which is the Airtel Business Uganda. If you go on the website, you'll find Uganda. So this allows customers to even log in and make some requests in real time for themselves, where they do not need to wait to send a request to us. We also have the social media pages where we receive feedback. We also have a lot of engagement with clients on email as well. So we have an omni-channel approach, multi-levels of support that we engage with our customers.
Okay. I could actually attest to the account manager bit.
Yes.
Because we also use Extreme Wi-Fi, and there's a time it was down. So we had to call and talk to him and help, and he did help us sort out that issue. So, what initiatives are in place to ensure customer support excellence across all three platforms?
Okay, yes. Well, one, the most important thing is to measure the degree of satisfaction and dissatisfaction. And to see, okay, what's the variance from the expectation and where we actually are. So through the relationship managers, customer service, we've increased the frequency of what we call the Net Promoter Score ratings. We track this every other month, every other week. Where are we? Are people happy or not? We track the levels of satisfaction and dissatisfaction. We get voice of customer reports, from our customer care channel. And we are able to measure in real time, okay, if our target is to have a satisfaction rating maybe of 90%, we're at 75. How do we bridge the 15? Now, traditionally, surveys used to be done where, you do a survey, but you get the report every 3 months. But a lot happens in 3 months. A lot happens in 3 months. So we've increased that frequency. And also internally, we've built strategies. We have committees focused on customer excellence. We have committees focused on upskilling, because every employee, not only Airtel Business, has gone through training to understand customer management. This has also been cascaded to even those who install internet, the technical guy. He also has to speak the customer care language as well, that putting the customer at the forefront. But the frequency of measurement is the most important, because you're able in real time to tell, okay, where are we against where we need to be. And also benchmarking competition.
Yeah, good. Now that you talk about competition, how does Airtel Business Fiber Internet offering differentiate itself from its competitors in Uganda, in Uganda's ICT market?
Okay. Our market is very fragmented. That's one thing I would say. There are so many ISPs, 40 plus. Every other day there is a new ISP that comes up. Go on IG or on social media, there will be a new ISP coming up. But as Airtel, the most important thing for us is, first of all, let me use the word right pricing with scale, availability, so that you're able to access our fiber conveniently. So let's say we've given you fiber in Entebbe. One day you'll wake up and say, okay, I'm shifting. I'm going to maybe Chanja or Chisasi in Intinda. Is fiber there? So we are building that. Some ISPs are limited in the footprint. So as Airtel, we build the scale that we include that convenience for you wherever you go. Right pricing. Not cheap, but right pricing. So we give you a solution according to your need. And then on top of that, we have a wide variety and depth of product portfolio. Whenever fiber is mentioned, the first thing that comes to mind is only internet. But on that, we can also provide for you IP telephony solutions as well. IP cloud, we are talking about even e-commerce solutions. We are going into service layers as well. Things that can run on fiber that other ISPs cannot provide. And then we are able also to give you backup. Remember, the ISPs, if it's on fiber, it's only on fiber. If that fiber goes off, it's done for. But with Airtel, I can connect you on fiber. And in case there is an issue on the fiber network, I give you backup on the 4G and 5G. So that is where we have an advantage over other competitors. Yes.
That's good. Just maybe the last question. What unique value propositions does Airtel Business offer with its converged fiber internet, 4G and 5G?
Okay, well, I don't want to reveal too much in terms of what we are cooking. In terms of, I don't want to preempt, and we are happy with this. And next thing we know, our computers responded. But what I can say is we are continuing to fragment the segments. What do I mean? When we say corporate, that like the corporate segment, in the corporate segment, there are multiple industries. For example, what can we do uniquely for, let's say, hospitality, for hotels?
Yeah.
We've given them fiber, but what can we do uniquely for something that serves the purpose for a hotel? Look at oil and gas. Their needs are different from the needs for hotel, but using the same infrastructure. So what can we do for oil and gas? Look at transportation. Look at real estate. Many people are putting up apartments.
Yeah.
What value additions can you do for a landlord who wants to first and foremost have the comfort to his tenants, but what can he put in there that we can provide with fiber? So what I'm saying is we are looking at it from a sector approach or even a regional approach. For example, the needs in Jinja may vary from the needs in Imbarara, the customer dynamics and all. So what can we think of that is unique in that sense? But I don't want to preempt. Sometimes we need to surprise the customers with what we are cooking, yes.
Okay, maybe Simon can give us some closing remarks as we wrap up the session.
Yeah, in closing, as Airtel Business, we are here to be an agent of change, an agent of growth. When we enable businesses to run their value chains, with convenient ICT solutions provided by Airtel, then indirectly we are agents of economic growth.
Yeah.
And when the economy grows, we become agents of communal and social growth. And that is how, as Airtel Business, we are giving our customers and all beneficiaries and organizations a reason to imagine, because there are so many possibilities we can do with Airtel Business. And to get in touch with us, you can also email us at business.support@ug.airtel.com. You can call 125 as well for additional information. Even 100, the mainstream number, you're able to get this information as well. You can visit the website and go to the Airtel Business section. There are a multitude of products. If you go to www.airtel.co.ug, you can also visit the Airtel Business dedicated Twitter page, the dedicated IG page, as well as even the LinkedIn page if you need any additional information and inquiries. And we believe that you've been inspired, and we know that we are here to stay. We are here to add value to your day-to-day lives, leaving you with a very big reason to imagine.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.